Hello there, Grace Kids. My name is Pastor Kareem Smith, and I am privileged to serve as the pastor to senior adults here at Grace Church. Well, in today's Bible story, what we're going to learn is that people welcomed Jesus as a king. We'll learn that Jesus' time on earth was soon coming to an end, yet Jesus wasn't finished with the work that he came to do. In fact, Jesus continued to warn people over and over again to listen and to turn from their sins and to trust him for salvation. And over the next couple of weeks or so, what we're going to do is we're going to be reading more about these warnings that Jesus gave to people. But before we get to today's story, let's head over to Grace Kids Trivia to see just how much you remember from last week's story about how the world is against God. Best wishes to you. Take care.
Question 1. True or false? Being a Christian was easy for Paul. And the answer is false. This was not true. Paul was actually in prison writing a letter to the people in Ephesus who believed in Jesus because he wanted them to be strong. He said that being a Christian was like fighting a battle, good against evil. And that leads us to our next question of the day. Question 2, true or false? Paul said to put on the armor of God. And the answer is true. This was true. And Paul talked about several parts of what the armor of God was. It was like putting protection on to get ready for a battle. You may remember he talked about how truth is like a belt, righteousness is like armor on your chest. He said to be ready with the gospel like sandals on your feet, and a few others as well. And that leads us to our next question of the day. Question 3, true or false? Paul said to take faith with you everywhere you go. And the answer is true. This was true. Faith is believing things without seeing them. He said that faith was like a shield that will protect you. He said the devil wants us to doubt God or believe what is not true, but God gives us faith to trust in him. Question 4, true or false? Paul also talked about how important it was to pray. And the answer is true. This was true. Paul said to pray. He said to pray for God's people and to pray for him. Finally, he said to pray for God to help him when he tells others about Jesus. And our final question of the day. Question 5, true or false? Jesus won the war against evil when he died on the cross and rose from the dead. And the answer is true. This one is definitely true. God gives us what we need to be strong against evil. We fight against sin each day, remembering that Jesus already won for us.
It's me, Megan, and me, Jessie. Jessie, are you going to the parade tomorrow? I sure am, Megan, but I'm not just going to the parade. I'm gonna be in the parade. I've been practicing my parade wave. Oh, how exciting, Jessie. We would love to see your parade wave. Okay, here it goes. Wow, Jessie, that is a great wave. Thank you, Megan. I've also been practicing tossing candy. I'd show you guys that too, but I ate all the candy. That's okay. Parades are so much fun. Today's Bible story reminds me of a parade. Jesus rode into Jerusalem and the people were so excited to see him. They laid their coats and palm branches on the road and shouted, "Hosanna to the Son of David!" Hosanna? Yeah, Hosanna means save now. The people were so happy to see Jesus. They knew he was the king they had been waiting for. Let's watch. Jesus and his disciples traveled to Jerusalem. He sent 2 of them ahead to a village. Jesus said, "Go into the village ahead of you. There you will find a donkey and her colt tied up. Untie them and bring them to me. If anyone says anything to you, you should say that the Lord needs them." The disciples did what Jesus said. They laid their robes on the donkey and the colt, and Jesus sat on them. As Jesus got closer to Jerusalem, people walked behind him and in front of him. The people laid their robes on the road. They laid palm branches on the road too. The people shouted, "Hosanna to the Son of David! He who comes in the name of the Lord is the Blessed One, the King of Israel. Hosanna in the highest heaven." The religious leaders did not like this. They told Jesus to make his disciples be quiet. If they were silent, Jesus said, the rocks would cry out with praise. Jesus went to the temple, and people who could not see and people who could not walk came to him. Jesus healed them. The religious leaders at the temple heard children shouting, "Hosanna to the Son of David!" The leaders asked Jesus, "Do you hear what these children are saying?" The children were saying, "The King is here! The King is here!" Jesus said, "Yes, even the children will praise me." Then Jesus left and went to spend the night in the town of Bethany. Jesus came riding on a donkey, just as the prophet Zechariah said he would. One day, Jesus will come back, riding on a white horse as king over everything.
Kids, I'm super excited for our craft today. You're not even going to need coloring utensils. All that you need is the directions page that your teacher will have, a piece of green construction paper, some scissors, and some tape. And I'm going to show you exactly how to make this palm branch. Are you ready? Okay, so all that you're going to do is cut on the long edge about 4 to 5 inch strips all the way across. So I'm going to do the side closest to me because that will be easiest. And they all don't have to be the same width. They can kind of just be as big or as little as you want them. Okay, once you have all those cut, then you're going to turn it the other way, the long way, and you're going to roll it up. Pieces of tape. Just put them on the bottom of the palm branch to keep it together. Okay, then the last part, you're just going to take some of the branches and fold them down to make it look more like a palm branch. You can kind of fold them in different directions. palm branch is complete. I hope that your palm branch craft helps remind you of the story today that we learned of when Jesus rode into Jerusalem on a donkey, and the people were so excited that they waved their palm branches. Thanks so much for doing this craft today with me. I hope you have a great week.